Good morning, guys. We're going to go through our spelling list and then look at our IXL together for today. Remember, our phonics pattern this week is those suffixes on the end, and we've kind of been looking at how we spell those words and also the meaning behind the suffixes and how they change the root word to kind of give it a new meaning. So I'm going to take my face off of the screen. Mrs. Thompson looks like a hot mess. And let's go ahead and read these words together. Youngest, weekly, kindly, painful, hopeful, thankful, longer, mouthful, fairest, wishful, lighter, weekly. Before we look at our review words, let's kind of remind ourselves of the different endings we have here. So one thing I see is the EST on the end of young. I also see the EST on the end of fair. Youngest, fairest. That means of my options, it's the youngest one, it's the fairest one, the most young, the most fair. When we look at EST, we also remind ourselves of ER, like with longer and lighter. That typically means that it is not the longest or the lightest, but it is longer or lighter than a different option, so kind of in the middle, just like we've been talking about with our shades of meaning. Our LY, weekly, weekly, and kindly, usually tells how or when something is happening. That's an adverb. We're doing it weekly. She's speaking kindly. He's moving it weekly. And then the last suffix we see is that FUL, which for most of our words like painful, full of pain, hopeful, full of hope, wishful, full of wishes, thankful, full of thanks. Mouthful is more like my mouth is literally full rather than something being full of mouths. That's the one that we always mention. It's a little bit funny. Our 4 review words on the bottom are lucky, carry, only, sunny. And all 4 of those words have a Y at the end, and that Y makes the sound of an E. Our practice today is going to be IXL EE5. And all of these are going to be with the suffix full, F-U-L, or the suffix less, L-E-S-S. So this is really going to be more about the meaning of the word rather than the spelling. Less means without, and we know that F-U-L means full of, just like with our spelling words. So when I see an example like hopeless, well, full of hope would be hopeful. So without hope would be hopeless. Useful. Just like with our spelling words, it means full of something, full of uses. Pointless. We know that full means full of something, less means that we are without something. So pointless means without a point. Continue this pattern until you get to your SMART score of 100. Every single one will have FUL full or LESS less, and that will always mean without something. So today we're talking more about the meaning of suffixes and how they change that root word.